Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from, where am I? It's a good question. Black Canyon City is where we are in Arizona. You'll have to excuse the look. We have literally just arrived. The feet are down, the sides are out, and I'm about to go out and hook up power water and then dump the tanks. So it's been a heck of a journey. But how has your Serenity Sunday been? Ours has been a lot of fun. We left the Media Crater one at 9:35 this morning. It took us about 40 minutes to get into Flagstaff. Went to the Home Depot run, got the rolls of Reflectix, so I can work on the windows tomorrow. Oh, that's a nice cool breeze. Then we left there just before 1:40, I think it was. Oh, then we went over to the supermarket and did some more shopping, because we're not going to be able to do a lot of shopping over the next week and a bit, because after we leave here, every campground we stay at along the 10 is going to be in 3 digits, which is why it was important for us to get the Reflectix today, so that tomorrow we can get the windows fitted for the Reflectix. And when we get to the next 3 stops, we'll be able to put the Reflectix up and hopefully make it a little cooler in here so the AC's not working double time, triple time, all that. But it'll help the AC and help the temperature inside as well, help cut down the temperature. So like I said, we just arrived. So let's see, we left around 1:40. It's now 4 o'clock. It's taken us, what's that, 3 hours? 1:40, oh no, almost 2.5 hours to get here on an hour-and-a-half drive. We had a almost 20 mile backup. It was stop-go traffic, and I was doing really good on the roads because we had one stretch where it was going to be 18 miles basically downhill, but there were breaks in between where it would go up a little bit and then you do another steep grade. And the grades were anywhere from 4% to 6% inclines. When you get 6% inclines, they're recommending for truck drivers to use lower gears, to go slower, use lower gears, all that sort of stuff. Sparkles did pretty well on that. And then we hit the traffic. And well, that was after the 18 miles, and then we hit the traffic, and it was stop go for almost 20 miles. There were a couple of periods where we would have about a mile at almost top speed again, and then we had to slow back down again, and we got stuck in traffic again. We found out later on there was a road sign on the side of the road, one of those electronic ones, that said that there was an accident near 246 with the left lane blocked. And I was like, great. And that was just after and that was just before we got to Sunset Point, which, if you remember my Facebook Lives from last year in October, I actually did a Facebook Live from there in October, and it was just a few weeks before I met this one. Got to Sunset Point, and it's a rest area. And last year I was there was virtually nobody there. Got there this time, the traffic is backed up trying to get in because everybody's been sitting in traffic for like 15 miles. And everybody needed a bathroom break at that point. And as I'm going past, like, there's a row of traffic, so all the car slots are taken, and I'm going past where all the truckers park, and some of the truck spaces had 2 to 3 cars parked per space. Like, somebody would go right forward and then people would come and park in behind them, thinking, well, they're ahead of us, they're going to leave before we get out, and all of that. So some of the truck spaces were taken up by 2 to 3 cars. And I thought, well, I've only got, at that point I had like 8 miles to go, and I figured I don't need a break. I'll get, we'll be fine until we get there. And then, of course, just before we got to the turn-off for Sunset Point, it said that there was this accident at mile marker 246, and the left lane was closed. And I thought, man, that's backed all that traffic up like all that way, because we joined the traffic at around mile marker 266. So for 20 miles, but by the time we got down to where mile marker 246 was, there was there was nothing. Everybody was starting to open up and drive free. But of course, just past Sunset Point is a long 5-mile downhill, 6% grade hill, and I'm like, crap. And they had a speed limit of 65 instead of the usual 75. They had a couple of corners there that were 60 miles an hour. We did pretty well. We got about halfway down before we met up with traffic again. and then got to the bottom and there was no traffic. But we got here, and like I said, we've just put our feet down, just put the sides out. I've got a couple of windows open to let some cross breeze through here because it got really, really hot sitting in that traffic with the sun beating down on us, and we're supposed to have thunderstorms and that today. We got a little bit of rain as we left Flagstaff, and then we saw evidence of rain as we got closer to where we were going. But right across the way from it, I mean, it's great. We've got trees all around us. This one's got a lot of long-term residents in here. They've got the single wide houses here. There's a lot of long-term places because they say you got to take the first 3 rights and then take any site along on the left-hand side. So I took the one that had the least amount of trees low-hanging over it because there were a lot of low-hanging trees, and I still scraped one side. So let me see if I can turn this around. But look what we got directly over there. The dog park. You want to go to the dog park? Yeah, somebody can sit there and watch the dog park all day. So that's the dog park directly across from us. It's not very wide, but it is long. So Zeffie should get a good up and down run over there, and it means that she can sit here and whine at all the dogs as they go over there. But it's pretty nice here. See, these are these low-hanging trees I was talking about. We've got this one here, as you can't quite see, but it's right up against the bedroom window. But I didn't want to go parking where there was a lot of low-hanging trees and stuff, so now I have to go out, get us all hooked up, hook up the power, hook up the water, dump the tanks, and then I think I'm gonna sit, take my shoes and socks off because my feet are like hot, and I'll put some peppermint oil on my feet to help them cool down. Love putting peppermint oil on my feet and then walking on the cold vinyl. It's a very cold, tingling sensation. It's almost like putting ice on your feet. But then we're going to rest for a bit, and then I'm going to take a shower. Oh, we'll probably take Zeffie over to the dog park once we're all hooked up, let her do her thing, run around and all that sort of stuff, and then come back. Yeah, I'll do that before I take my shoes off, because once I take my shoes off, it's going to be a long time before I put them back on again. But, and then tomorrow we're going to be putting the reflectix up. I don't know how well let's see. So this is the reflectix stuff here. Oh, we do have light. So this is 4 foot by 25 feet. So 4 foot long by 25 feet. This is 24 feet by, 24 inches, 48 inches by 25 feet, 24 inches by 25 feet. And then this is 24 inches by 10 feet, because this one is actually going to go and help. The one that we usually put up the front window there only goes up, is only 3 feet long, and it needs to be 4 feet, so it needs to be this size. So we're going to use this to put the additional area on there. And the window thing's it's about 10 feet wide, or just under 10 feet wide. So I got a separate roll just for that. And I've got some got the reflectix foil tape to help me secure that. So I'm going to turn that off before I run out the batteries. And so we'll be able to get that reflectix right up into the top area that doesn't normally get the window shade in there. And so we'll use that to tape along the bottom, add that extra bit of height to the 3 foot one that we already have, and give it a little more oomph. And that'll help that area stay a little cooler, because if you look here, these cabinets up here is where we keep the electronics for the DVDs and the TV and stuff. But normally the 3 foot one comes to below here, but we've still got this piece up here to go, and that'll help keep it up against the window as well. Once we get the extra foot on there, which will help keep those cabinets cool. And the other thing I could do, if I've got any left over, is line the back of the cabinets. If I have enough left over, I can line the back of all these overhead cabinets here and all these cabinets up here, which get hot as well. But my trouble piece is this one, because I walked past this morning when the sun was coming in, and this is the skylight over our shower, and there was a lot of heat radiating down through that. So I've got to figure out how to put the reflectix on that. Fortunately, the reflectix has a moisture, anti-moisture thing, anti-mold stuff all that sort of thing as well. But I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Do I just do it across? So I'll go on YouTube and figure that one out. But yeah, all my cabinets are going to get, if I have enough left over. We did a quick measurement of the windows this morning, which is how I know the 4 foot by 25 is going to be enough, because I've got to do the, let's see, this one will get done, this one will get done on the 4 foot, this one here will get done on the 4 foot, that one will get done on the 4 foot, that one will get done, actually that one I might be able to do with the 24, just put one panel on each piece, I think, and then this one, I've got enough to do all the windows, I know that much, so whatever's left over I'm going to prioritize which cupboards need to have it put in there to help. And I know like the kitchen cupboards, especially the one above the microwave and the one above the refrigerator, definitely need it, because I keep they're my pantry and it can get quite hot in there, so that's one area I have to make sure gets done, and we'll work on the rest from there. So we're here, gonna go hook up now, then take Zeffie across the road to the dog park. At least now I can see if the dog park has anybody in there before I take her for a walk and stuff, and let her run around and do her silly crazy antics. But we'll do another Facebook Live shortly from the dog park on Zeffie's great adventures with her checking out the dog park. So I hope you've had a great Serenity Sunday. I had a very tiring day. I just want a nice cold shower. Wish I could take one right now, but I still got to go do all my hookups and everything else. So we will catch you guys tomorrow for Magic Monday. So have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Hakonera.